guess we are live. I just had to check here. All right, everybody. Esqua here, and finally, K20 stepping up. We took another kingdom. Definitely happy about that. For me, I'm at a long march towards a tower. Not burning gold to get there. Someone's there already, but whatever. I'm going to just join him. So basically, I guess it's easier because they're another older kingdom. Oops, whoa. We were too fast here. Paying attention. Yeah, so since they're another older kingdom, it's kind of easier, I guess, to take over them than another. So who we have here? So this week, nope, I don't want that there. Hold on a second. Let me move this out the way. All right, so this week we're going up against Kingdom 22 and 162. So right now, looks like we are doing good. Taking over two. Not sure if we'll be able to do the trifecta yet. Hopefully we are. Hey, good morning, good morning. What kingdom are you in, TSG? So, like I said, right now, super happy. At the end of the day, it's not fun when the whole kingdom doesn't play. And for a while, that's what was happening to us. Nobody was freaking playing. It was either one alliance and no one else, or another alliance, no one else. So what we did instead, which I like, is we have kind of a neutral alliance, just doing their thing here, which is awesome. So right now, I'm still freaking marching to this tower. As you can see, 7 minutes. How's KvK going? So I have no idea what's going to happen here. It doesn't look like they want to get like K22. I don't know. Is anyone from K22 or know somebody from K22? Because you would think that there'll be some people at least trying to take over the towers or anything. It looks like they're just giving it to us like too easy. So maybe we can figure out a way to go to 162. Um, so I use some of my new equipment. Well, that Mega March you get from they're giving out on the WWE thing. I got that. I got my 50% boost for my troop stats. I am ready to go here. Looking at where I'm at with my stats. Hold on a second. Here's my current stats, not including the 50% I'm getting for the boost. So it's going to be a little bit higher now. So overall, I'm getting close. I got one at 2,300. So I got all three of the new guards at 4 stars. So I need to get them to 5. Got a lot of stuff updated. So my goal is to get to like 24, 25 without spending a whole lot of money. I don't know if it's possible. But ideally, I think my dog's coming. Ideally, I don't have to spend a whole lot with these different events. So I'm okay with buying a chest. All right, that's cool, SVT. Oh, Cave 20 maybe in Blood War. Oh man, they're gonna come back and like, what the hell's going on? Well, good luck to K20 once you come out of Blood War. Like, how you gonna have Blood War the same day as KvK? But it's not the entire K20 though. It would be just one alliance. Maybe it's the main alliance. Who knows? So, but yeah. Anyway, my stats are getting better. So my goal really is to try to get to 2400 without spending much money. Right now, like I said, no one's really kind of challenging us, so we don't have a lot of attacking stuff right now. So I know people jumping on like, hey, I want to see some attacks. Nah. Yeah, I mean, just gotta wait. What's going on, X-Man? Appreciate you for joining. That's crazy. So, so where you from, X-Man? See, where are your war stats distributed? What do you mean by war stats distributed? Hold on 1 second. Give me 1 second. It looks like some kind of malfunction happening on my screen here, so I can't really see anything. What the fuck? A memento. Age of Destruction. Thank you very much for joining. So basically, y'all, I'm not saying that there's a whole lot of action here, because it's really not. Basically, we're taking over K22. It's my understanding that they might be in what's that thing? They might be in Blood War. Everybody joined one alliance to fight together. I'm not sure if that's the case, but if they are, I guess they're going to be very surprised when they get out and see that their kingdom has been taken over. So pretty much, you want to. I know people want to see some battles, but I don't know. And then maybe you won't see it. So basically, for me, I'm fighting to the death just so everyone can see me either survive the shit or burn. Either way, but basically, KvK is one of those things where it's not really exciting unless you're like doing a mega rally on like a tower or a castle or something like that. Otherwise, you're just really just sitting there, So it's not really that great. Um, so pretty much we just wait for them to come out, and then my computer. I'm trying to look at my computer. 1 second. Yeah, it's just fucking zero watching. Yeah, that's true. My boy Gun Muse, thank you very much for the support, Muse. So me and Gun Muse, we're trying to do this thing, not necessarily coordinate, but definitely work together. Try to, make sure that everyone's getting what they need. Because at the end of the day, there's different ways to say things, but we're all trying to do the same thing. Me and Muse is provide some education. If we can help somebody out, that's awesome. So I appreciate Gun Muse reaching out to me. So thank you very much. But yeah, basically, I'm just waiting for someone to actually. Oh shit! You finally reached the tower. So no promise. If you stay up on the chat, what I can do is I can do like an announcement. Oh, we got somebody. A C-37, and I just arrived. All right, so I'm thinking that since this other guy is weak, I'm probably going. Let me go ahead and mega this shit. Mega activate mega. All right, so I can get my stats. Let's do life preserver. Life preserver. Damn it! Missed it. See, y'all jumped off. Y'all missed it. Damn, man, my screen. I don't know if this thing is working or not. It's not working. What the hell? Watch the video. I'm not sure what's going on, y'all. Because I can't see myself. Fuck. Alright. Come on, dude. Alright, hold on 1 second, y'all. I can't see crap. I don't know what y'all see. Looks like it's looking in my castle. But, what the freak is going on? So I definitely apologize for this. Basically, I can't see anything. So what I usually do when I'm doing a live stream is I like to go on my computer so I can actually see what y'all are able to see, and also I can see your comments. Right now, for some reason, I can't see anything. And for those of you who missed the last 5 minutes, you actually missed me being attacked. And I wasn't able to throw my life preserver, but the guy attacked and ran away. So, as you can see, I didn't have to do it anyway. So let's take a look and see what the damage is. But I need to make sure that I still got a. I'm still live streaming because, like I said, I can't really tell just on my phone. All right, so what the, so you can't project, you can't predict live stuff. What the fuck is happening with my computer? Don't you hate when you're about to do something on the computer and that thing's just doing something on its own? Like whatever it's doing on the background, you're trying to get something done, and all it's doing is like moving. Like, come on, man. We got no time for that. Shit is live. Wouldn't be so bad if I was recording this. I wouldn't even care, really. So please bear with me. I just need to be able to see what's going on from my computer, and then I'll show y'all the actual the report. All right, cool. All right, I am back in. Thanks everybody for hanging around. So I don't know if you was on and you saw the hit, but yes, we were attacked. C-37 came our way. All right, so one thing to know, zeroed himself on us. So we got some losses, so a lot of losses here, so that's a shitty thing. All right, so you got a decent amount of, look at his stats. So his stats are pretty good. So overall, his stats are better than mine. It's just that, my damage is pretty good. And I guess we had the numbers where he just couldn't do it on his own. But if he comes back, I'm going to pull out of that thing. But one thing to think about. One thing to think about, like if you say I didn't do a mega rally and I just joined the guy like in the tower, just joined him in the tower and the guy attacked us. Usually the first person in, what I found, you're kind of, if I'm the first person in, I'm kind of taking a lot of the damage head on, which I'm a little bit stronger, so it's a little easier. But if somebody who's weaker going first, then it's like you're more likely to take on a lot of damage if you let a weak person go in first. So you want the strongest person to go into like a garrison, One, because they have a bigger rally capacity, probably, but also because you want them to take that. You want them to kind of take that first hit. Because I find that if you have like a weak person kind of leading the charge, it's just not going to work for you if you're just doing like a regular rally. So why do you think that'll happen? So got my dog here, laying next to me. So how's everybody else KvK going? I gotta replace my fucking troops. Anyone else with some action going on here? Unfortunately, I gotta replace my troops. Damn it. See, what I did. K37. Okay, K36. No, I don't want to call them bitches back. Alright, so when the guy was attacking me, I was trying to throw my life preserver. I did a video on battlefield treatment yet. I didn't throw my life preserver when I was attacked. Does not allow me to put more people in. Let me go inside this thing. You see how it's coming up on my screen? It's not allowing me to go in and actually be able to put more people in here. Oh, here we go. So yeah, so when I was getting hit, so what I did is I reduced the view so you can get maximum view on the screen. But when I was trying to hit my talent, it kind of took me to the map. And now from that, everything else, because I'm on my phone right now as my tablet charges, I couldn't hit my life preserver. So I take all this unnecessary loss. So I couldn't do my freaking life preserver. So hopefully I scared that guy away enough to realize that, he needs to just stay away and not come back. But who knows? I'm pretty sure he'll come back. $380% stats? Wow. Now, did he knock y'all by yourself, Lionhead? By himself, or he did like a mega rally on you? Nice. Oh, yeah. It's hard to beat a mega rally, man. Has anyone tried that strategy I talked about in my video when setting up a mega rally? Because you know what I need here? You know what? I just screwed up. You know what I should have done? Is I should have set all my T11s. Let me pull this back. Let me come back, pull back. I'm not even following my own freaking advice. So, yeah. It's hard, man. How can you beat these freaking money warriors? It's like no way to do it. So if anyone's just joining, I had a C-37 with some damn good stats attack me. I'll go into more detail to see how his formation was to determine why he couldn't knock me off. Because it wasn't like I was with another person that was super strong. But what I want to do first is smaller marches. Talk about that a little bit more, Gumuse. So you want to have more people in the castle with less troops? Is that what you're saying? All right, let me go ahead and do this again. So hopefully that hit was enough to keep him away from attacking me again. So hold on 1 second. Let me do this. All right, hold on a second. I'm gonna send down my stuff, and I'll be right with y'all. Do I want to do that though? I'm kind of thinking if I send down all my T11, we get hit. I could lose all of my T11. However, my T11 can also take a lot of the blow and give us what we need. So I'm going to go ahead and send those down. The mess method on a young kingdom, so you keep the activity up. Okay. I got you. So overall, just looking at where we are, I don't want to speed, so hopefully this guy don't try to hit us again. I'm surprised he only hit me. You know what I find sometimes? I don't know if Gummies, you find this as well. That because like people have like seen my name before, like in like UAC, they'll come and like smash me, and then come back and then send me like a private note, like, "Hey, how you doing, Esqua? I watch your videos." Like, come on, dude. If you freaking watch my videos, why don't you be nicer to me? We had 150 players waiting to play KvK right now. Wow. But so how do you coordinate KvK when you got 150 players? There's no way you can do that. Yeah, I find that more people are trying to knock me down. See what this tower is doing, um, is they're just sending like a small number of troops because they're not really trying to hold the tower. But for me, if I figure if I want to go ahead and, as you can see, my screen is frozen. If I'm going to go ahead and do some live stream, I need to just take the hit. For the most part, and that's what I did, only because I was asked. Okay. See, told y'all, man, this John's crazy. So what I need to do is get software on my phone, but you know what? I'm not going to put a whole lot of my own money. I'm going to let YouTube pay for all that stuff. So things will get better over time. The best thing y'all can do if you want to support me is keep watching my videos. I appreciate it. Appreciate the support. Let your people know. If you got any friends who need some help with their stats, got some new people, go ahead and feel free to send them my way. A lot of content from before. So I've been doing this for a year. How long you been doing this, Gumuse, with these videos? So I started a year ago. Basically, the reason why I started was only to help my teammates out. Because I guess for me, I don't like being weak. So I was trying to figure out. I didn't really know a whole lot. Still don't know a whole lot as well. But I just wanted to get a little bit stronger, and a lot of people were having trouble with that. So I was like, all right, 6 months. You want me doing this for 6 months? Man, you been doing this for 6 months and you kicking my ass. I need to do what you're doing. I need to follow on you, Gumuse. So I've been doing this a lot longer than Gumuse, but he's been excelling way past me in terms of getting people to view his content. But no, overall, I started this stuff to help out my teammates because I was telling them what to do, but at the end of the day, they weren't really doing it. So I figured out, let me go ahead and show them in a video, and I figured the best way to post it, instead of just posting it in line, I'll put it in YouTube, and that way I can just send them the link to go check it out. But over time, more people started checking it out, and when I first started, it was evic notice was real big in this. What the? Y'all see what's happening here? Evic notice was big. Captain Cowboy came later. See, look at this. All these people like who are weaker than me, but this guy didn't attack them. He came and attacked me for no reason. That's crazy, dude. Come on, man. I guess he wanted to test himself. But yeah, so I just started this really to help out, and it's awesome to get so much support. So thanks everyone for joining me here Alright, too bad I don't have my Alexa here anymore, man. I used to miss her telling me that Motion's at the front door. Alright, so this is the actual battle. So let's take a look at this. Alright, so as you can see here, this guy, he is maxed out in terms of his airship. His weapons are pretty good. His guards are maxed, except for Malpin. For me, my guards are at 4, and Malpin's at 4. So, overall, his guards are better than mine. In terms of power, he lost 38 million. I lost 23 million. So he definitely took a big hit on that. Overall, troops, a lot more losses on my side. Wounded troops, a lot less than his. But in my kingdom, in my tower, I got multiple people. Overall in stats, this guy's legit 37, 1100 stats. I think that's a good number for a 37. 2500 infantry defense, definitely legit. So overall, he's a pretty legit player. Looking at his stats here, he's not somebody who just try to grow big for no reason. Damage is right along with me. I'm using the extra damage you get from the catacombs. So that's right along with me. Pretty good. The only thing that I'm below in is the cavalry damage. And let's see why. I don't know. I don't see why I'm low right now. Oh, I know why. Because he has all the guards at level 5, he gets that extra cavalry damage over me. Alright. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at the next part. Battlefield treatment, I'm at 32. He's at 54 because he used his life preserver, which I didn't use. So I lost a lot more troops than he did. Man, I'm so pissed at myself. I was trying to use it. Freaking hit maps. Like, they shouldn't put stuff like so close together. Yeah, I don't know why people do that. It looked like KvK had like a nice little following, and he just like boom, just disappeared. So I guess sometimes you get tired of the amount of spending you have to do for a game like this. It's nice to make videos, but for me, I don't think people will want to watch a weak person talking about Guns of Glory. So sometimes, yeah. Yeah, so sometimes I feel like, all right, let me just stay relevant by, spending some money and so forth. All right, so here's this guy's lineup here. Let's take a look at this. All right, so he had a ton of troops. All right, so one thing I'm looking at is he didn't have a whole lot of pikemen. I talked about this yesterday. So he had 40,000 pikemen, like 70,000 T11, which are the second. I talked about this yesterday in my live stream, the second wave. And people think that, all right, I need to max out on my top 2. It's not about just top 2. There's a lot more deeper than that. And here's a perfect example of that. He put most of his stuff in his Royal Duelists, which doesn't do anything except for once the War Masters are done, they come in like after that first wave of fighting. So they're not doing as much damage as he wanted. And you can see here the number of kills his T11 Royal Duelist did was nothing. It was very little, but that's where he put most of his troops. And then, like a lot of people I see, he just puts like the same amount across the board for 9, whatever that amount is, like maybe 1,500 or something like that. That's not a good diversification. That's not this. This is just like stacking up your top 2 troops and just throwing stuff in with everyone else. That's not a strategy here. That's exactly what I talked about in my video yesterday. This is not a formation. This is saying, all right, top two troops get everything. Everyone else, I'll just sprinkle a little bit on. That's not going to help you when you get into a battle. Looking at, he did the same thing on both ends. Yeah. So if he watches this or someone knows him, you can explain why he lost. His formation is not there. What's his name? Just in case somebody knows who he is. All right. If you know that name, reach out to him, let him know, start watching this video. But yeah, that's the thing. You can't. This right here is not a formation that you see here. Yeah, and not necessarily always balanced out, but also it has to be. It has to be balanced between the right type of troops. You gotta, if you don't have enough pikemen to take on that initial hit, you can't really do anything with the rest of your troops because your first wave is decimated. So now you're getting hit to all your other troops in the back. Your cleanup troops are getting wiped out. So this is the thing. People get stats. They put money in the game. They do a whole lot of stuff, but at the end of the day, they're not really learning the game. Like this game is really built on money in a big way anyway. But if you don't understand the basics of playing, money is not going to always win. You got to understand how to actually play the game as well. Here's a guy that joined me. As you can see, he got wiped out. A little more diversified. But he's kind of doing the same thing, as you can see here. Mostly everything's in his top 10. Top 2. And he kind of like spread it across. It looks pretty even, these numbers. It kind of looks too even. Like, it's like, all right, just make them even. So, top 3, and then make them even. And that's not how you want to do it. So, look at mine. Hopefully mine is not that bad. All right, so my pikemen, I got them thrashed. Yeah. So it's not, as you can see, mine is not as like even as theirs. I'm going to have more in my pikemen because they're going to do that first wave. So yes, I'm going to put more there. And I'm going to spread that out a little bit more. So, boom. All right, my cavalry. I think my cavalry spread out a little better than my pikemen was. So I don't know if y'all can see the difference between, like, my numbers aren't as uniform as the other guy's numbers. And I forgot how I came up with this allocation, but for me it worked. Yeah, the stats don't. If you don't have the right formation, you can throw down a whole lot of money if you want, but at the end of the day, you gotta have the right. This guy, if he had the right formation, he could have knocked us out the tower. His stats are pretty legit. But going in, it's like I said, don't go in thinking I just need the top 2 people. If you haven't watched my video on PvP formation, check it out. I kind of go over this whole thing about, how the battle tactics work. And it's not just everybody just jumps into the fray and just a big old battle, big old melee. No. Think about in the war. You got the front people who are going to do the front, face to face. Think about the Civil War. What did you have in the front? You had some artillery softening people up. Then you have the soldiers with their little guns and the sticky things running. And you had the heavy troops up there with them. In the back, you had all the generals. You know, they didn't come in the first wave. They waited until that first melee came, and then they swooped down and started killing people. It's the same way with this battle as well. So make sure when you're looking at your allocation, like your formation allocation, you're kind of making sure it's spread out correctly. And think about it as you. For me, I think you want to be a little heavier on the front end side. I'd rather have more troops that's going to kind of take the brunt of an attack than have a lot more troops that's going to kind of hopefully that first wave is able to hold people off, because that's not the way that I think I'm going to be successful. But unfortunately, I don't know how to make a calculator like our friend Gunmuse. So definitely check out his calculator if you don't have a formation that works for you. His calculator is actually very good in kind of setting you up for success. For me, I just kind of figured out what worked over time by testing it out, and for me, I kind of want to think about what's actually happening, and I don't know. It's been working for me overall. However, what didn't work for me is I didn't freaking put that life preserver on, man. I'm so mad at myself, dude. This is freaking crazy. So, unfortunately, I do a video on battlefield treatment. I don't even use my own stuff. And unfortunately, the other guy who watched my video, he didn't watch my video. He could have had his, whatever. He could have had his duelist gear on, saved some troops from dying. He could have had some life preserve, all that stuff. But unfortunately, I freaking missed it. So if I'm attacked again, I actually can use it. So hopefully, we'll see some more action. Yeah, I agree. Calculators are a good starting point, but you got to figure out through battle, what works for you. Um, and I think a combination of tactics and actually, if you can't, yeah, you gotta understand the tactics of war in order to formulate the right, um, I guess, strategy. So when people are going to the war college, they're learning the basics of war. They're not going straight to, all right, well, you know, let's just go out and formulate some strategies on what we want to do. No, here are the basics of war: basic formations, basic this, basic that. And then once you learn those basics, you can kind of mess around the edges on how you want to formulate that. And that's what I try to do. Check out my PvP formation thinky thing. I think that's going to help overall. Yeah, what's up, Lionheart? Camco. Well, Camco was complicated. To me, I think Camco was a good dude overall, but for some reason, he would have like a streak where he just start attacking random people. As a C40, and he zeroed people, and it wasn't for any particular reason. And one of those people was was me, and I was just farming like I normally did. I logged back online, and I got attacked twice by him, and he attacked my alliance as well. So I'm freaking pissed, of course. And the C40s in the kingdom actually got together, and this was big on them to decide, like, look, this guy is kind of a nuisance, and and they zeroed him. Because Camco was one of the earlier C40s, or actually, he was one of the earlier C30s, and of course from there the C40. So before things are so cheap now, it used to be freaking expensive, so expensive in the past. So he put a lot of money in, but after a while, you stopped putting a whole lot of money in. Instead, he had like a ton of troops. So his power was good, but overall, his stats aren't that good. And because of that, he was able to be zeroed by the other C40s. But since then, he zeroed me probably like 6 months ago. He just last week during UAC, he attacked my alliance, zeroed a lot of people there. So like K20 is on the verge of actually dying at this point. Yeah, we're right on the edge. Yeah, right on the edge of dying. And what Camco did is actually Camco he actually stopped. But what he did is he gave his castle to another person who's kind of carrying on with his castle. And you know, even if a K, even if a C40 is weak, you think about most of the people in the kingdom aren't strong enough to take on a C40. So yeah, maybe people like myself can withstand a hit from them. But if you don't have like your attack gear on, you have your farm gear on or your airship out you're building, that C40 can do some serious damage on you. So here's his stats now. Like I said, this is not the original Camco that we're going to look at. This is actually someone else that's just using this castle to cause disruption in our kingdom. So overall, one of the guys, I think it's a C34, in our kingdom attacked him. You can see here, overall, his stats aren't really a C40 stats, but like I'm saying, when he started, and I talked to Camco before he actually left, he just said it got too expensive, and like I said, he was one of those dudes where it was like complicated. He was like cool, but then he just go off the rails and attack people. The other guy who took over, he just don't care, at the end of the day. And as you can see here, and that's the hard thing about these kingdoms like K20, who started early. Think about it. People who are starting like kingdoms starting like in the last 6 months, you spend $1,000, you can grow pretty quickly. Fairly, you can get far with that. But 6,000, maybe $1,000 2 years ago, like you paid a ton for stupid gems like hope gems. Hundreds of dollars to get a full set of hope gems. Whereas people today, they can get hope gems for basically nothing. So yeah, it's just one of those things that, unfortunately, it's. I think ultimately the decision had to be made to zero him just because the amount of disruption he would make just attacking people, and he did it quite often. And eventually, other C40s came along, and because they came along later, they were able to zero him. Yeah, exactly. Like the old kingdoms, like you're a 97, so I don't know when you started, but K20 started right around the first when a game first started. I started playing this game, I think either October or November of 2017, and they didn't have C30s when I first started playing this game. So C30s weren't even here. Like that's how new it was. And when C30s came out, Cam was one of the first C30s. Like, man, that dude was crazy good. I mean? It was like, and yeah, like I said, it's one of those things where you play the game long enough, you may get bored, where you just start, you get tired, just start attacking your own people, just because you can. So it's one of those things. It's a lot easier for a lot of these older kingdoms to have, these crazy stats because it's a lot cheaper. Not because they're that much better, just because that depends on the amount of deflation in this game is like crazy. How fast the costs go down over time. So, whatever. That's why for me, I put money into the game. There's no way I would be where I'm at if I didn't. but not that type of money. Like, I don't want to be a C40. All I want to do is be able to handle my business. And if I can find a way to do that without putting a lot of money in this game, I'm going to do that. And that's why it took me so long to be a C35. And the reason why I actually pushed to be a C35 is, for me, I didn't want to be zeroed by the guy that's controlling Camco's old castle. Because before he zeroed me, I was just like going to chill. I ain't spend nothing in like 2 months. I was actually ready to step away from the game, but once I got zero, I got to like, I got to build up my stats and all that. So that kind of got me back into the fray. So now I really don't even do anything except for like the keys. I got a lot of those keys, and I find you don't really get a lot of stuff anymore for the honor chest. I'm not really happy about the mergers because if you have like a C40 who killed their kingdom, why would you want them to come to your kingdom and kill your kingdom too? So I'm not really. I'm kind of like, I don't know. I don't think the mergers are a good idea. Because why would I want somebody who destroyed their kingdom in my kingdom? So now we got a peaceful kingdom. Now we got to battle them. I think what they should start doing is stop creating all these kingdoms. Like, why do you need like 400 something kingdoms or whatever amount they have, and start refilling some of these older kingdoms with newer people? You start now and you're like kingdom 850. It doesn't make sense. Why do you need that many kingdoms? At a certain point, it's just over, just way too much. But what it should do is say, all right, here's our max for now. Let's start feeding these kingdoms who haven't grown that fast over the last couple of years. This kingdom is dead. Let's start feeding them more of these people who are just joining the game. Because you got people constantly joining the game. And that way you can do what you want to do a lot better than. Yeah, that way you can grow a lot better. And that way, and also, you can think about it, that person who's joining a kingdom, he can grow in that kingdom rather than be strong and then come to the kingdom. You have a different perspective when you're growing up in a kingdom, so you can kind of see the dynamics and how things work. Then if you're already strong, you coming in like, oh, I don't care about y'all. I got my own stuff. You know what I mean? So cause more disruption. What's up, Dave? Davey, sorry about that. Thank you, appreciate it. How's KvK going for what's that? 429. Look at that. Like, so I'm K20. He's K429. How many Ks do you need before you get diluted? But whatever. Can't tell you what these developers are doing. Gunmuse knows more about what the developers are doing than I do. So whatever. So basically, just to kind of catch up, K20 took over K22. So right now we're holding their castle. I sent a full set of troops to my tower to hold my tower. I don't think other people are doing that. And I was attacked, senselessly attacked by a C37 with pretty decent stats. Oh, yeah, I left my alliance earlier. I'll talk about that in a second. Alright, so this guy attacked me. So this is just for new people that came on. His stats are awesome if you look at it overall. But he still lost because his formation sucked. And that's why you gotta watch that video live stream I did yesterday when I talked about formation. Sorry about that. Yesterday I left my alliance because I found that we're kind of freaking disorganized. For me, as y'all can see by my my videos, what's this? I'm gonna show what you're saying, Gumuse. Let's see, one thing. Yeah, exactly. And it shouldn't be that people bring them in order to get new people. So I have no idea what the developers are thinking as they add more kingdoms and whatever they do. Um, Somehow it makes sense to them. I'd rather have strong kingdoms that could battle each other because if you're strong, you're going to spend more money because you want to kind of battle together than a whole bunch of weak kingdoms and a couple strong kingdoms. So whatever, they're making money. I'm not. Do support everybody for helping me out here. Yeah, true. But a lot of people, like, for me, I don't understand. Like, why would you come in like whatever? People have money; they can do whatever they want. KOA has 650 kingdoms. That's crazy, man. That doesn't even make any sense. Um, but for me, it doesn't make sense for somebody to come in. I did a video on this with the light gems. Light gems were released. You can get a full set for what, $1,400. But a week later, with the WWE event, you can get a full set for nothing. But it seems like every time they release this new thing, people just rush to that thing, and they gotta be the first to buy it. And that's what happens when you become like a C40. And this is kind of what happened with Cam. As a C40, you gotta be the first one to go in and get all this new stuff because another C40 is going to do that. You might come against that C40 who has that $3,600, 3,600% stats. What are you going to do against that guy? My thing is like, all right, I don't want to be a C40. I'd rather be a C35, eventually C36 or whatever, have decent stats. But that's like way too much to be spending that type of money, and you and not being it. Wait, if you wait 2 months, you'll probably pay half the amount that you're paying now if you buy something in this game. You probably get everything free as well. So my thing is, you meet a super strong C40, go the other way. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to fight him. So it'll be interesting with this once the kingdom raids begin, where you got the KE kingdom versus kingdom. So my understanding, the way it is in KOA, they have it's kind of like it's a mixture between KvK and UAC. So you have what is it? 5% of your troops actually are killed, and the other 95% are put into the Lions Hospital of the troops that are lost. So that'll be interesting. Um, but whatever. So right now there's not a lot of action. I'm the only one out of my crew that was attacked. I think senselessly attacked actually. Let's see what we're doing here. All right, so we got three people, three kingdoms. We took over one, and looks like the other one. That's the same thing. Looks like 162 is kind of leaving us alone for now. Can't leave my kingdom, y'all. All right, so this is us. Um, so we do have someone in our kingdom. Uh, might try to take us over. I think it's 162 that's in our kingdom. But since we took over Uh, it doesn't work where you take over a kingdom. No one can really take your palace. Is that how it works? The lore trials are crazy. Have anyone noticed that? How harder it is to get gold? Let me see here. Let me get back to where I'm at. So, when the lore trials first started, let me get out of here. I had everything except for like three things on the rare darkness, and I didn't qualify for any gold. Give me 1 second, y'all. I want to kind of go over this lore trial thing. Play it on a smaller phone. See, I got a BlackBerry, y'all, so my screen isn't super big. So you gotta bear with me. I think Blackberries are the best phones out there. It's an Android BlackBerry, so it's nice. 400k gold on UAC. Yeah, so last UAC I didn't have any gold. So for me, I was like real team. I couldn't really do nothing at all. And for me, I don't like spending the gold, so I just wasted it. And I had like 150k gold I just wasted before UAC for that WWE event. But for UAC, I didn't have nothing. I didn't have enough to buy me a beacon to protect my castle, which was crazy. But yeah, looking at the time trials, what is this thing? Is it this right here? So this is the new thing they're doing now. Like they're setting it up where, you can get a lot of chests, but to get the first chest, you gotta basically have the top tier of the old level. And like I said, whatever. I can't do a whole lot of stuff on my phone because I have a BlackBerry, so please bear with me. I made it in. So you have a lot of this. You can get a lot, but in order to get a lot, you gotta spend a lot. Where probably a month ago I would have been like 3 chests up, but right now, I'm just not. I'm not. I'm just kind of like sitting there. I did get one of a free of the new things. Go back. I'm kind of hitting this too fast, huh? Has anyone ever had a BlackBerry? Nice. Yes, I did get one of these for free. Which is nice. And I only had these rare ones, so I went up from 55%, increased it to 85%. So that's a 30% bump. So that's pretty good. And that's what I was talking about in my video. I don't know if anyone saw my video. If you're going to buy something like this, I would just buy, the two stats that you want to push up, and then use the rest. Use that extra artisan materials that you have to try to push this one up to the next level. So, right here, once I upgrade this to Epic Darkness, I'm getting a 15% bump. But this gives me a 30% bump. So instead of spending $1,400, spend less than that. You'll get like enough increase in stats. So focus on the stats that you really need to get a bump on. And with the rest of your stats, you can just increase that to Epic, and you're just getting 15% versus 30%. That's how I would approach it. I talked about that in my video. Yeah, that WWE Jones was a beast. I also got for the WWE curiosities. I was able to get my curiosities to the next level. So I got 2 of these new ones. Which helps out a lot. Unfortunately, I don't have enough books. If I had enough books, I would get this one, but they're not giving away any free books now. and right now I only have 6. So to get this, all you need is to have the which one? What do they call this? All you need is to dismantle this and like another like 600 logs, and you can go from 80% up to 100%. So 20% increase for extra 6 logs once you get to that gold level. However, you gotta get the books, and I'm not paying for no books, so whatever. So what I'm going to try to do is I just need like another 600. I'm going to upgrade this one. No, hold on, wait. If I upgrade my troop stats, I get a 15% bump on this one. So I think I'm just going to do that. And if I do both, if I upgrade both of these, that's 30% increase in troop stats. Take that all day, man. Let me see. Man, I'm so pissed. Let me see how many people in my hospital. Wounded total troops. So all my troops were lost. No wounded troops. Hold on, I should have had some wounded troops. Oh, all my wounded troops are in the tower. Let's say, but wait. Yeah, think about it. Curiosities and parts are hard to upgrade, though. You can get a lot of stats if you upgrade them, but that cost, man. The benefit is good, but the cost is a lot. Um, I don't, I don't know how much I'm going to get attacked again. Um, so hopefully that guy stays away. Actually, want to be able to push the 3C35s, 2C33s, 4D39. What? How do you do that? Let's see. Plus all the gems. So you know what I did? I kind of screwed up a little bit with the WWE stuff. Is I kind of, which I actually liked that I did that. I bought like the super marches, which I actually like. I kind of took, instead of kind of like focusing on stats, but when it comes to a battle like the one we just had, having that super march was able to allow me to keep my troops. Otherwise, I would have had a lot less troops. So I kind of focused on the super march and getting that extra, like instead of having the 25% boost in stats, troop stats, I had the 50%. So that kind of helped me as well. You thinking of quitting? What? Hold on a second. Who's the? Oh, Lionheart. Uh-huh. So Gummies, are you talking about like you help other people out increase their castles, or you have a whole bunch of castles on your own? When you said it's 235s, 233s, 432s, and 930s in 4 days. WWE. Yeah, this show be going on for 60 minutes. Oh, okay. Yeah, so I got a good alliance overall. My alliance is not the one to try to pick fights or want to go into battle a lot. We're kind of like the chill alliance. A lot of good people there that I kind of played with for a couple years now. Um, but I left my alliance a couple days ago because I got frustrated. Like we did, sometimes we're not as organized. Like we played Blood War. We were thrashed in that, and the other people we were playing against, they had a strategy. They would kind of work together in teams. Where we had half of our people didn't show up in the beginning. I set off a mega rally, and it wasn't even filled. And it was what it was filled with. It was filled with some of the like. It was like a T. I think it was like a T, like a castle, like a C-20 or something in the Mega Rally. Like I don't care how strong your stats is. If you have some T8s and T6s in your Mega Rally, a whole bunch of them, and you don't have T10s and so forth, you're not going to win no Mega Rally. So even though I had stronger stats than that guy, I lost a ton of troops. Before I did that, I spent like 20K gold on the Blood War, and man, I was pissed. So I ended up leaving my alliance, for a day. Came back. Now I'm in KvK, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do in the long run. But for now, Gumby's giving out free C30s, y'all. I better go to where he's at. Oh man, I lost 3 people. Come on, come on. So what are y'all doing that y'all can join me for 67 minutes as I just talk about nothing? Do y'all do the same thing like the first part, just kind of watch? Is anybody having any action in their kingdoms? At least more than what I'm having right now. Yeah, typically I go shopping on Saturdays, but I usually wake up. I wake up on Saturdays like 5 o'clock. Chill, have my coffee. Most times I go out. Stores don't open till like 9, so I'm just sitting here waiting for the stores to open. The main reason why I'm kind of like really getting playing KvK this time is that we're taking another kingdom. So I'm like, all right, we're actually doing this thing. So that'd be nice. What kingdom are you in, Nightmare? All right, long view times are good. Let's see. Yeah, K130. All right, I'm staying away from K130. That's how we like. It's just this is like one of the only times where we got like most people, a representative from every kingdom, kind of fighting together. So whatever. And plus, I had somebody ask me they want to see some more attack stuff. Unfortunately, I don't know how to. I gotta learn how to do more attack videos. Oh, call out if anyone are doing videos, YouTube videos where they're like attacking others, doing like whatever, attacking to music. If you send me that video, I'll post it on my website, my YouTube channel, and I'll give you half of the revenue because you'll be helping me because I don't do enough of that stuff, so I need other people to do more of that, and then I can promote them. So feel free, feel free to do that. Yeah, good for you, Clutch. Um, y'all have any questions while we're on? All just chilling. For me, it's like 8:15 in the morning. Any questions about anything? Did everybody watch my video yesterday, my live stream about my ideas about the Library of War? How it's not about your total stats; it's really just focusing on those troop stats. That's why it doesn't really match up when you're trying to look at it as a total versus what it really is talking about is only your troop side of your stats. Where I'm from Philly in the United States. Hey, from this guy. Wonder. Wonder is a she. Oh, I guess you ain't too much friends, Lionheart. Well, sometimes you never know, man. This is a video game. They could be he, she's, a little bit of both. You know what I mean? Shit, my name is Esqua. My real name ain't no Esqua. So yeah, that's the beauty of what we do here. And it's funny that you're calling these people these fake names, but it don't feel fake because that's how you know them by. So whatever. So what I'm waiting for, just to talk about some of my plans going forward. I'm going to be releasing some gear, and I'm waiting for my brother. He could draw pretty good, so I'm looking for some designs. So draw me some designs. I'm going to use this company. I was taking French as well. This is in high school, and I was like, all right, to have a clothing company, you gotta have something like fancy. It has to be a name that people want to wear. Like I got some Polo or Tommy Hilfiger or Dior, whatever the hell it is. So for me, it's like I got to think of a clothing line that people want to wear. So my clothing line was going to be Thierry Esqua. So that's where I came up with Esqua from. So it wasn't just like some random, thing I came up with while I was in high school for my new clothing line name. So hopefully if they give me my designs, I can actually have my clothing line, which will actually be awesome. All right, y'all. So I'll go over again. I think we have some new people on, so bear with me. What happened earlier? So you missed it. If you were looking for some action, there was some action only against me and my tower. Everyone else had no action in my out of my kingdom. I was attacked by a C-30. Oh, some action. Who's in C? Yes, that's your kingdom, Gunmuse. So what I think we might do is, I can go ahead and cut this off, Gunmuse, if you got some stuff you want to do. Nice. So are you going to do a live stream? So if you want to do a live stream, Gunmuse, we can go ahead and switch over to you. With Come on. Jump to you on ours. All right, go to. What's the chords for you? Well, yeah, all right. What is this? All right, everyone. We're gonna watch Gummuse and his crew. See what they're doing since I'm not doing much. Anyone else got some action we can go check out? Yeah, I got it. I figured it out eventually. Actually, this is a good freaking idea. So I can go all around the kingdoms just watching other people fight. So it's like one of those channels where you're watching sports and you can just click all around and see how the scores are somewhere else. Ah, this is awesome. I like it. I like it. All right, as I mentioned, I got a BlackBerry. Don't punish me on this. All right, so now we're going to watch some gun views as we chat here. Now, is this you, Gun Muse? 19? Yeah, exactly. All right, which one? Which one? We getting play by play by Gun Muse, y'all. All right, let me. You know, it'd be nice if I could just switch over from my tablet, like from my phone to my tablet. Um, as y'all can see, my screen is taking a while because Blackberries aren't made for this. East Tower, you're going to Mega and swap them. All right. You know what cracks? Oh! Oh! Whew. Sorry. I almost rolled the dog. I forgot he's laying behind me. I'm sorry, Booger. I'm sorry. Yeah. You scared me. Yeah. You yelped on live YouTube. So this is my boy, y'all. His name is Evan. So earlier this year, he had like a herniated disc, so he had to go into emergency surgery to get that thing fixed. He had like bone fragments or bone shards on his spine. Couldn't walk. So fortunately, they were able to get all that back. He's walking again. So he's the kind of dog that just want to lay next to you, lay by your feet, lick your feet or whatever, lick your hands, just lick everywhere. You know, so he's a good dog. So he was laying behind my chair as I speak to y'all. So sorry about that. I wasn't abusing my dog. All right, let's go back and see the action here. All right, so question. People always say North Tower, South Tower, East Tower, West Tower. Now, I don't know which one it is, Gummu. So is it the one behind the palace? On the back of the palace? The front of the palace? That's how I look at things. Are you talking about this one right here, Gummus? Left? This one? All right. So when you gonna? Are you rallying? Are you doing a mega now, or is that? Let's see. I'm in the wrong kingdom. Come on. You said 326, right? Am I in the wrong kingdom? I'm in 325. Sorry, y'all. I'm on a BlackBerry. Don't punish me. Blackberries aren't built for this stuff. All right, here we go. No, that's the right thing. I put 326 in there. Are you in the right kingdom, Gun Muse? All right, look. I'm going to put 326 in. Oh, come the fuck on. If you're going to do YouTube videos, y'all, don't buy Blackberries. I'm sorry. So Gun Muse, what kingdom are you in right now where you're about to mega, dude? Is it 326 or are you from 326? Anyone else got some places where you at that I can go to? No, we are in 3K 326. All right. All right. Well, I'm going to end it here. 81 minutes. This is I guess a record for me. I'm not sure if anyone's new on who didn't see when I was hit. I'm gonna try to go over. Let's see here. I was told to go to 196. and then I'll go over my spiel here. All right, 1 second. All right, one. Oh, man. I need new equipment, y'all. This is pitiful. All right. This is a shame. I'm almost embarrassed. 187? What? No, I don't want 197. I put 186 there. See that? I put 196 and it's saying I'm entering 660, 66. This shit is bootleg. Come on, man. All right, as y'all can see, I have 196 here, right? Let me move. No, I want to check Kingdom. I push go, and it says you are sure you want to enter Kingdom 256. So I think there's something wrong with. So it wasn't my phone. It's It's not letting me do it. I push go to, and it's giving me all these other kingdoms. 257. So you see, 256. So my screen is showing one thing, but I think behind it is the map. So it's whatever. All right, so yeah. Come on, man. All right. I'm going to go ahead and end it before it gets any worse. As y'all can see, it's pretty bad. I don't think it's just my phone, though. As y'all can see, I have the right numbers here. For some reason, Guns of Glory is not working with me. Everyone, thank you very much for watching. Please support me if you can. You have some friends who want to watch. No, I got a computer, but you got to get the software to record the stuff on a computer. So that $300 Chromebook, yeah, that's great, but then you need like a $200 software. Gumuse uses something a little cheaper, but for me, I don't know how to control that software, so I don't use it. So, all right, y'all, sayonara, see you later. I appreciate y'all for watching. Have a good one.